Welcome into the Lounge, presented by DraftKings. I'm Ryan Mink here with Garrett Downing, and we are thrilled to sit down with Ardarius Washington, fresh off his return, his debut this season. So, AD, you come back from the Achilles, a miraculous return, 7 months, and we get a shutout in the first game. Coincidence? I think not. That game had to be pretty special for you, given all you've gone through.
100%, man. I love football. You know what I'm saying? I love the flying around, being around the guys and everything like that comes with it. So, man, that game meant a lot. Then come back and we shut them out. Credits to those guys that did all the hard work for sure.
Well, you did some hard work yourself.
Yeah. I did a little bit.
And so the tackle that stood out to me was your first one back, and you took on Drew Sample. I'm sorry, they're 6'5", 260-pound tight end. That's a big dude. Mm-hmm. Came up and thumped him. That tackle had to kind of get you back in football mode a little bit.
Oh man, that felt good. Once I got that first one, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. It's still football. So I got that one. I was like, yeah, it's time to play now.
What goes through your mind? You have no fear hitting these big dudes. I remember the Steelers tight end during Washington last year. What goes through your mind when you see one of these big dudes catch the ball and you're like, all right, I'm up.
It's go time.
Honestly, it just be like, I got to get him before he get me. You know what I mean? So it's like, who else going to make it? You know what I'm saying? Right. If I'm in a position to make it, I'm like, yeah, it don't really matter what size. Like I said, man, I've been about 5'8", 5'9" my whole life. You feel me? So everybody big to me. You know what I'm saying? So it really don't even matter. So that's kind of what goes to my head. So just go ahead and take my shot and shoot it.
Right.
Ardarius, was it emotional before the game, warm-ups, like when you take the field? What was going through your mind in that moment?
Honestly, it was just more like my juices was flowing. You know what I'm saying? I was just ready to get out there and hit somebody and stuff like that, man. It was just more so like being back in this position, like, and I kind of already knew, like, even when I got hurt, I knew I'd be back playing. You know what I mean? I had that faith for sure. You know what I mean? So I prayed about it. You know what I'm saying? That only comes from the man above. You know what I mean? So I kind of already knew I'd be back in this position. So I was kind of just all taking it in. You know what I mean? Going out there and just having those juices flowing like, yeah, it's time now. Like, I'm finally here.
That's cool. So to take our listeners and viewers back, just to explain the whole process, you tore your Achilles back in the spring. Mm-hmm. Doing the conditioning drill, right? Take us through that moment, that day, how you handled that, what was going through your mind as that all happened.
Oh, so going to that, man, it was just like, when I did it, I instantly already knew that I did it. You know what I mean? As soon as I did it, the trainers came running over and everything like that. And so when they came running over, they was like, you okay? I'm like, bro, it's torn. It's my Achilles. It's my Achilles. I kept saying it. He was like, how do you know? Mm-hmm. I was like, because I just felt it. I know it's my Achilles. So anyway, so I got up, walked, then we went and did an MRI, came back, the images and everything like that. It's torn. And then I think it was Harps. Yeah, it was Harps. So as I'm leaving, everybody's kind of like going from the facility. As I'm leaving, Harps was coming back there to check on me and everything like that. And I had a conversation with him talking about it, and I was just like, bomb. You know what I mean? Like, going into this year, you know what I mean, like coming off a year I had just had, everything's finally clicking, finally rolling. Now I'm like, all right, it's time now, like put it all together, like from day one on through. And then like that happened. So like I was just more frustrated.
Yeah.
I was just more frustrated than anything. And then after the surgery, I'll say like that day I was just kind of bummed. I told my mom, told my agent. That's kind of the only person I had talked to or whatever not. And then so like a couple days later, that's when it kind of hit the media and everybody started reaching out and everything like that. And the surgery came about. So when the surgery came about, came back, flew back in, and I had sat down with AD and they had the calendar all planned out and everything. And he was like, the injury is 7 to 9 months process. And he was like mapping out the schedule, like this we play week 1. And like before that, just what we're going to do first month, second month, third month, so forth and so forth. And as we were going through that process, I'm just like, I ain't trying to hear all the first month, second month. What game you think I'll be able to play? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we jumped to the back of it. And so I'm just jumped to the back of it. And I was like, this game right here will be right at like 7 months, 8 months right here, this and third. And they kind of was like 9 months. And I was like, nah, it's 7 months. You know what I mean? He was like, all right. And I was like, nah, we're going to try for that one right here. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what's the plan, you know what I'm saying? That's what we stuck with. And he was like, if I'm able to be back in 7 months, we got to be in here every day, work really hard, and honestly have faith and believe in God, you know what I mean? And so that's kind of what it was.
Wow. Can you talk about the conversation with Harbs when it first happened? Can you kind of share a little bit of what that conversation was like?
And he was just like bummed. Like, bro, we really was like kind of lost for words. We had like probably like a 5 to 8 minute conversation. You know what I mean? We just kind of was just kind of repeating each other. Like, man, we can't believe it happened. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? He told me he loved me. Like, you know, you're going to bounce back from this. And I told him right then and there, like, Coach, I'm going to be back this year. He was like, really? I was like, Coach, I'm going to be back. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what the conversation was. Like, we was both bummed. Like, I can see it all over his face. He was like, he couldn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? None of the guys, none of us could believe it. Kyle came in, he checked on me and everything. Like, he's ready to go. He was like, I'm done. I'm not even about to finish working out. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we were just bummed. You know what I'm saying? Just telling me he loved me and how great of a player I am, and I'll overcome it.
Was that meaningful to you?
Oh yeah, 100%. That definitely was very meaningful and like encouraged me to get back. You know what I'm saying? See a coach that wants you to get back and wants you to be a part of something. Like, yeah, that meant a lot.
And just to remind listeners, you know, you're an undrafted guy. You came in this league scrapping and clawing for everything that you got, and I mean, even when you first stepped on the field, everybody could tell, like, oh, this is a player. Like, we got a guy here. But then, you know, injuries even before this Achilles kind of held you back early in your career. Last year, come on in the second half of the season as a starter, and really, like, wow, everybody got to see it, you know, for the first time. And then you were a restricted free agent, signed a 1-year deal, you know, and to have that injury after all of that you've gone through, and the kind of climbing your way to the mountaintop and having that, and being in a contract year, how much and how quickly does that flash into the forefront of your mind? Like, dang,
man. So I'll say, it probably hit me. Probably a couple months after the surgery that, you know what I'm saying, like all that kind of hit me. Like in that moment, it was just more so about the surgery, like what's next? What's the next process? What's the next step? I'll say a little bit later, that's kind of when it hit me like, dang, it was contract year, you know what I'm saying? Like all that type of thing. Like I just got here, you know what I mean? Now and this happened. And so then I just kind of put it in perspective. It's just more so about like, I feel like God was just teaching me patience. You know what I'm saying? Don't be in a rush for anything. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going to come in time.
Right.
Time. And it had to be the injury because like you said, like I had injuries before, and that's kind of what I was bummed about. Because like, dang, bro, like now another injury is like, you know what I'm saying? So like, why now? You know what I mean? So and I just like as I took it as to just be patient.
Right.
So going back to the conversation with the training staff, and they're pulling out the agenda and the timeline and all that stuff. Of course, every player is going to say, I want the early end of that timeline, but it's not easy necessarily to make that happen. Why do you think you were able to achieve the 7-month timeline, not the 9-month timeline?
Honestly, I honestly feel like sometimes want to. You know what I mean? I feel like if you want to, you put your mind to something, like you can do it. You know what I mean? I feel like that had played a big part in it. You know what I'm saying? You going to workouts or going to your rehab every day, doing everything like that you're supposed to do. I feel like that's what propelled me to do it. You know what I mean? To come back early. Then they said Sis did it. You know what I'm saying? T-Sis, they said he did it. He came back early. So, and I was like, I'm way less than him, and you know what I mean?
Way less, right? There's less strain on it.
Exactly.
Interesting,
So I'm like, I know it can be possible. It can be done. You know what I mean? And so, and I wanted to, you know what I mean? So I had my mind made up to it, and I knew it could be done because someone else done it. So I was like, I know I can do it too. So that's what it was.
I was wondering about that because Sis came back. That was Super Bowl year too. So, you know, I was wondering if you would realize the connection there. And he came, I think, late October. It was like a crazy timeline. So it's funny that trainers brought that up with you.
100%, man. I love football. You know what I'm saying? So it's more like want to, and that's why I feel like I was able to. And shout out to my surgeon. He did a great job.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when Coach Harbaugh announced the injury back in the spring, and he said, there's a chance he could come back this year. Honestly, I felt like a lot of people were kind of like, okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
they did. I know they did for sure. I was seeing it. So I know they was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. I was like, all right. So, you know what I mean?
We'll see, right?
Yeah,
so is it like every day? Like take us through kind of what does your routine look like?
Every day?
Yeah, so like what did your rehab routine look like?
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, it was slow, man. Like at the beginning, it was just like real slow. I'll come in, try to do some like ankle mobility, stuff like that. That's really was it for real. Like it really wasn't much. But so I'll just kind of take you through when the cast and everything, and I was kind of walking.
Right.
I'll take you through that process, like how that went. And so first I started off by walking and everything. Once I got that, I had a heel lift, about a 6-inch heel lift in, and we just slowly walking every day and stuff like that. And we doing like leg curls, hamstring stuff, you know what I'm saying? Kind of getting that strength all around it. And we're doing like little calf raises, I guess you can say, calf raises and stuff like that. That was kind of it. And we do like maintenance work, you know what I mean? And then after that, that's kind of like, that was my day. You know what I mean? That was my day for a minute until, I guess you can say, when I got the heel lifts off and everything like that, that's when it really cranked up. You know what I'm saying? It was downhill from there. Like leg days, twice a day. You know what I mean? So we was getting after it for sure.
Right.
Do you remember the first day you ran?
The first day I ran?
Yeah.
No, I don't actually remember the first actual day I ran.
Because I would have thought that would have been like a big hurdle.
Right.
Like a big
100%.
day.
So I actually started off on the Ultra G first.
Okay.
So like when I first started running, it was actually on the Ultra G.
Yeah.
And when I started that was a big day. Actually, I think I had posted it my first day. I want to say, I think I had posted it like my first day or something like that on the Ultra G or something like that. But no, that definitely was a big hurdle for me. You know what I'm saying? Getting on the Ultra G and starting to running again. And it felt great. It didn't feel like bad or anything. It was kind of a little tight a little bit, but it was the Ultra G, you know what I mean? So, but on the first day of field, honestly, I don't remember when that was. But it happened pretty quickly though.
Yeah, like when talking to some guys who've gone through these like major recoveries, Achilles or knee or those types of things, like they talk a lot about just the mental kind of wear and tear and like needing to stay regimented and confident and optimistic. Like, was that part of the challenge for you too, and having to deal with the mental side?
Yeah, it was. But for me, it's just like I knew my end goal. You know what I mean? I knew where I wanted to be, so I kind of didn't let that be like the barrier, I guess you can say, to propel me to the next step. You know what I mean? So I'll say it was more so like when I go out there and I have those days where like it didn't feel so great or anything like that, like I'll be down with like why it don't feel great today and it did yesterday. You know what I mean? So it's just like I kind of had those days, and then I had Mike and Anthony and all them out there talking to me and everything. It's just like, man, you're going to be okay. Like, this is part of the process. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if it's bothering you today, it's like, it's okay. We'll go ahead and treat it. You know what I'm saying? It was like 1 or 2 days. Honestly, I don't even think it was like a lot. It was like 1 or 2 days where I did have to like stop, you know what I mean? And go get treatment or something like that. But it wasn't nothing crazy. I just stayed positive. You know what I mean? Like I said, I knew my end goal and I knew when I wanted to come back. So
you had that 7-month date in your head. You were hitting that hell or high water.
When I actually started running and putting on cleats, that's when like, and I started doing drills and everything, I was going like, and so they had to tell me like, you know, it's just your first day, like calm down, like it's just your first day, you don't need to be all out, you know what I mean? So like, cause once I get in those white lines, just 100%,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So they had to actually tell me like to calm down. They was actually pretty amazed, you know what I mean? They was like, wow, he doing that already. This is his first time doing this drill again. You know what I mean? He's stopping, he's braking, he's going. So that's when I kind of knew like I was ahead of the curve.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's when I knew.
Well, I feel like several guys last week were saying how your return to practice like really brought a different energy to the defensive unit, and like that you made a difference last week preparing for that game. What happened in practice? Like what kind of juice were you bringing last week?
I mean, you just go out there, you know, the energy, you know, just talking to everybody, you know what I'm saying, being joyful, you know what I'm saying, being yourself, you know what I'm saying, not trying to be anything, you know what I'm saying, anything like that. But when you make plays, you know, you celebrate. You celebrating out there, making plays, jumping around, having fun with your teammates, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the energy, and that's what it was.
Does an injury like that give you a different perspective on the game or appreciation for the game?
Yeah, 100%, man. Like, just like, I know it's so cliche, I know everybody said, but man, don't never take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, it'd be cool, like, you know, we go through these seasons and it's like, what, 3 months, you know what I'm saying? We playing football or whatever it is. And you go through it and you kind of just like, man, I'm tired of this. Like, I don't feel like doing it today or this and the third. But until you not doing it, you know what I mean, for several months, for 7 months, you know what I mean, until you not doing it, you know what I'm saying, definitely put a different perspective. Like, man, don't take it for granted because you never know when that can be your last snap. Like, it'll be cool for like the first 2 months, like you do nothing or whatever. But after that, like, man, you want to be out there. You want to be out there, the camaraderie with the guys and everything like that. And, you want, like, you love football, you want to play football, you know what I mean? You want to be out there making plays and everything like that, and, you know, helping the team get to a championship. So, yeah, don't take it for granted.
For sure.
Yeah.
What's it like stepping into the safety group now? You got Kyle Hamilton, you got Malachi Starks, you know, rookie first-round pick. You got Alohi Gilman who's come in here, really played well. What's it like stepping into this group, and what do you want to bring to the unit?
I mean, them guys rolling, you know what I'm saying? They already, you know, they kind of fixed, like early on in the season, you know, it was little wrinkles they had to fix, and now, like later on in the season, them boys start picking it up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to jump right on in with those guys, you know what I'm saying? Fill in, flow, bring the energy, you know what I'm saying? Go out there and make plays and talking and communicating and having fun with those guys.
Mm-hmm. And you, like last year, you were one of the guys, like this year the defense struggled a little bit early on. Last year struggled early on. You stepped into the lineup and kind of helped turn things around. This year, it's, you know, again, rocky out of the gate, but then figured itself out. How much for you, like, as you come to step into this mix here, do you feel like you can just continue to elevate this to even another level, knowing what you did last year with this group?
100%, you know what I'm saying? I'm a playmaker, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do. So, like, jumping in, going out there, making plays. You see other guys making plays. You want to make plays, too. And then on top of that, the communication, you know what I'm saying? The knowledge of expecting this and knowing when it's going to happen and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So that brings another level of intensity to the game, for sure.
Well, speaking of playmakers and knowledge of the game, Ed Reed visited the defense last week. Can you kind of share what Ed Reed's message was to the team?
I mean, he a legend, and shout out to Ed, man. He from Louisiana, same spot I'm from, for sure. But nah, so when he speaks, you listen. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, he came in there, he talked to us, and like a lot of guys said, bro, he jumped on the DBs instantly. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was his plan to come in and talk to us anyways, you know what I mean? He just kind of was popping in saying, what's up? And then, you know, of course he gave us a message, you know what I'm saying? DBs first, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, the snacks got to go, this and the third, and all that, you know? So that's kind of what's his message, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So lock in, you know what I'm saying? Communication, fly around and have fun, you know what I mean? You could talk about the X's and O's, this and the third, but we got to go out there and play and have fun and do it together.
Right.
That's kind of was his whole message.
So when he says the snacks got to go and he leaves the room, or is everybody look at each other and you're like, I guess we'll push this into the trash can?
Yeah, we like, we don't need to be eating potato chips no more. So that's kind of how we was, you know, so definitely.
When you say that he jumps on the DBs first, obviously he was a DB, of course, but when he challenges you, like, does that everybody kind of sit up in their chair straight when you're
100%, man. You got guys, some guys taking notes and, like, you know, you looking at them eye to eye, like, yeah, okay, you know what I'm saying? You soaking up every information that he's saying, you know what I mean? And then, like, that was that Friday, and we had a Friday practice. You know what I'm saying? We all flying around. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was at practice for a little bit, and you know what I'm saying? You want to impress him. You want to impress Ed. You know what I'm saying? He the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So we out there flying around and doing it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So heading into a big game here against the Patriots, and the defense coming off a shutout, you know, you can't get any better than a shutout. What's kind of the mentality going into this game against the talented offense in Drake May?
I mean, just keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying? They have a great offense over there, but the thing is, for us, like, we feel like we're a great defense. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, go out there and try to do this, emulate and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter who we play or what's going on or other side of the ball, anything like that. Like, bro, we going to go out there and play our game of football. So that's the mindset going into this one.
I know you want to win every game. You're a competitive guy, of course. But knowing the road that you've had to travel to get to this point, this team is obviously fighting for a playoff spot right now. You're kind of in playoff mode right now. Knowing all that you had to overcome just to get back for this season, how driven are you to help this team get to a playoff spot and keep this thing rolling?
Very much driven, man. Like you said, going through what I'm going through and now being in this position, I mean, it couldn't line up in no better way. Like, we must win games. Like, you must play good. You know what I mean? So,
you get dropped in, exactly. You can't lose.
You can't lose. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me coming out there, every time I step on the field, I know what those guys fighting for, and I know what I'm fighting for. You know what I mean? So, like, every time I step on the field, I know what we fighting for. Yeah. So, like, for me, stepping into this, I'm like, it's just going to make the story even better. So go out there and make plays, and we're going to make the story even better for me, even coming back so early, for sure.
Awesome. Well, Art Ayers, thanks for joining us, man. Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
We're excited to have you back.
Oh, no, I appreciate it.